Happy Monday, leaders. We'll wait a few minutes for one or two of you guys to pop up here. Happy Monday, release Monday. It's how you know you're where you're supposed to be. When you still get excited over releases. When you still get fired up when that news tab updates something new coming out. That's how you know. Okay, one eyeball say hey. Y'all say hey when y'all pop up here. I'm not going to keep y'all long. I took notes. So I want to ramble like a squirrel. Okay. Y'all say hey when you pop up here. Say happy Monday so I can make sure the comments are working. I hope this video is going to be beneficial for you guys. I'm going to put it on YouTube so you can share it with your teams. I'm hearing more and more of it, and I just wanted to come up here and breathe life into you guys this morning. And wherever you're at, mentally, emotionally, leadership can drain you sometimes. Leadership is hard. It's hard. Courtney Page, good morning. Good morning. Y'all better say hey, so I can make sure the comments are working. Or drop some hearts, or drop this emoji, the hug emoji. I meant to do this earlier this morning, but didn't happen. It didn't happen. I want to make sure comments are working before I start, because I know y'all are going to comment. All right. Okay. Hello. I know, I'm so excited too. I don't have as many pre-orders for Stitch as I thought. But it's fine. It's fine. Hello, Megan, double Megan. Hey, Whitney. Okay, so I'm going to jump right into it because I've been hearing this a lot for the past few weeks. And I was going to go live Friday. Ray went live. I said, I'm not going to hit them with a back-to-back leadership live. So I'll wait till this week. Back-to-back, baby. That's right. We're going to try to get through this. Paw Patrol's on, so maybe we'll get through this video without any craziness happening. But I hear this a lot, and I've been hearing it a lot lately with team members, frontline leaders, even directors. I've heard people say, my fire is gone. My fire is just not lit. I'm not on fire for my business. I'm just burned out, right? Can I get an amen if you've ever felt burned out or tired or that your fire's not lit? Can I get an amen? And then I want to mic drop ya real quick. Not being on fire for your business, or not feeling like working, or not feeling like your spark is there. Listen, I want to normalize that is part of this process. That is part of this journey. Okay? That doesn't mean something's wrong with you. That doesn't mean you're not where you're supposed to be. That doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It is normal to not be on fire for your business every single day. And if you are, I would think that something's wrong with you, right? You're going to have days where you're tired, right? You're going to have days where you just don't feel like working. You're going to have days where you don't want to show up on social media. You're going to have days where you don't want to show up for your team. You're going to have days where you don't want to follow up with your customers, where you don't want to book parties, where you don't want to package up an order. You're going to have days that you just don't feel like it. But that does not mean you're not where you're supposed to be. Okay? Don't confuse when I hear people say, my fire's just been gone the last few months. My fire is not there. I'm not on fire for my business. Listen to me for a minute. You're not going to be all the time. I'm going to talk about some ways to get out of that, funk. Because I get in it too. We all get in it, y'all. I'm 7 months pregnant and I look like a whale. I can barely freaking breathe without getting short of breath. The last thing I want to do is work my business. Okay? Are there days where my fire is lit and I'm ready to do all the things? Absolutely. And then the next day I'm like, damn. It's taking all I got to get out of the bed. Okay? Does that mean that I throw away everything that I've worked 4 years for? No. Because your days of not having your fire lit should be less than the days of having your fire lit. Okay? 7 days in a week. Out of 7 days, how many of those days do you feel like working? How many of those days do you not feel like working? Do you still get excited when the news tab updates with new releases? Do you still get excited when incentives launch? Do you get excited when your team members promote? Do you get excited when you get a new PWS order when it comes to your Gmail, email? I just assume people have Gmail, right? Do you get excited? Listen to me. Do you get excited when you get a new online order? Do you get excited when you get an email that says you have just sponsored a new person? Do you still get excited when that new bar of wax comes in and you smell it for the first time? Do you still get excited when your team does well, when you do well? Do you still get excited? So listen to me. Your fire is not gone. There's a big difference between being tired and not having fire for your business. There's a big difference. And I really want you guys to get in the mindset of, are you going to be like, go, 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 go all the time? No, but God did not design you to go, 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 go all the time, okay? Listen to me. God did not design you to go, go, go. He didn't design us to be go, go, go. There's a big difference when I hear people say, I just haven't been on fire for my business in months. And then I ask them, well, do you still get excited when A, B, and C happen? You're still on fire for your business, boo. You're still on fire for your business. It may feel different. Listen, having fire, okay, because I want to stop calling it. I want to normalize this. I'm not on fire for my business, okay? Because you're not always going to be. Taking point. I love Aiden Blake Laster with everything in me. But mamas get tired. Okay? Mamas get tired. Okay? If you're a mama, say amen in the comments. I don't want to talk to myself this whole video. Mama gets tired. I'm about to have another one. I'm still tired, okay? Does that mean I don't want to be a mom? I'll be honest with you guys. I got up yesterday morning and I wanted to cry. I'm tired. I'm 7 months pregnant. I can barely breathe. Trying to run a business. Trying to redo my entire house before this baby's born. Trying to do all the things, right? So when I got up yesterday morning and Aiden broke a freaking egg in the kitchen, I had a mental breakdown over her egg. It's funny now. It was not funny then. Does that mean I don't want to be a mom anymore? Just because I didn't feel like doing the mom thing and going to the park and playing outside and making you dinosaur waffles. Does that mean
I want dinosaur waffles?
I should have never said that.
I want them.
You want dinosaur waffles? Okay, I'll make them after this, okay? It's the best. No, I'm not done yet. Okay. Okay, hey, go play. Listen, give me 5 minutes, okay? Then I'll go play. Should have never said that. Big mistake. That was a big... Yeah, let's eat some candy. It's fine. It's kind. It's fine. Does that mean that I don't want to be a mom anymore? No. There are days where I want to murder my husband. Love him. Love him. Here you go. Okay, go in there and watch Paw Patrol. Be right back, okay? He done ate. He just heard that word. And he knows Mama ain't doing it today. Okay. I love my husband. Are there days where I don't feel like being the most amazing wife and having dinner cooked when you get home and having the house clean and doing all these? Does that make me less of being a wife? No. Does that make me less of being a mom? No. That means I'm human. human. And I want you guys to really reiterate this. If you have a full-time job outside of Scentsy, if you go to a physical job, if you have a full-time job outside of Scentsy, are there days when you wake up and you don't want to go to your job? Yes or no? Are there days where you're like, I ain't feeling it. I got a headache today. I don't feel like going. I don't want to see these people. I don't want to clock in. I don't want to make that drive. I know when I nursed all 5 days, I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go. Okay? But I still had to go. Because guess what? If I didn't, they would have fired me. I wouldn't have gotten a paycheck. Okay? Stop banking if you're going to work your business or not work your business based off feelings, okay? Because feelings come and go. Didn't have a great week last week. My mindset sucked last week. It just sucked. I don't know if it's because of the rain. I don't know. But like 4 out of 5 days, it sucked. It sucked. But I still worked because it doesn't matter how I feel. Because those feelings, they go away, okay? Better today. I'm going to tell you why I'm better today because this is important. It's better today. Okay? Stop banking if I don't feel like I'm on fire for my business. So I'm just not going to work it at all this week. I'm just not going to share the LTOs. I'm not going to email my customers. I'm not going to work with that leader that's excited. I'm not going to show up on my team page. I'm not going to do all these things because I'm not on fire. Okay? Because I'm not on fire. You're not always going to be on fire. You're not always going to be on fire. You're not. Sometimes you have to create the fire that doesn't exist, okay? Sometimes you have to, because you know what it's like to be on fire, right? You know when you press that join button and you're in your first 70 days and you are getting it. You are excited to hit shooting star. You are excited to hit... I can't even take that. We're not even going to read that out loud. I get so sidetracked. You're aiming for shooting star. You're aiming for sensational star. You're aiming for those things, those goals, right? So you're on fire. You're on fire to hit those goals. But then when the goals is removed, that instant gratification of that goal is removed, you're not on fire anymore. It's not an incentive. How many of y'all hear it from your teams? It's not an incentive, so I'm not on fire. It's not Christmas, so I'm not on fire. It's the slow season. Well, I'm about to mic drop that in a second, too. So I'm not on fire. I want to know where this imaginary fire is that people talk about. This, I'm not on fire. Okay? I'm not on fire. Where is that at? Can you buy it? No. It's created. It is created. So if you want to be on fire for your business, you have to create that fire, okay? You're not always going to feel like it. Don't confuse passion for your business between not feeling like it. You need a what?
Straw for my drink.
He needs a straw for his drink. So, okay, I don't feel like getting this straw, but I'm going to go get it because if I don't go get it, he's going to have a mental breakdown, okay? He's going through that. He's helpless right now. He is helpless because I'm having another baby. He's decided he's become helpless and he needs mom to do everything. I'll obey. I'll obey. It's fine. It's fine. It is. I told James yesterday, I'm just a maid. I'm just a maid. Stop confusing. Here you go, Prince Charming. Stop confusing passion for your business with fire for your business, okay? Because you're not always going to feel like it, okay? I did not feel like following up with some of my customers today. I did not feel like having the sponsoring conversation today, but the girls' party's rocking it. She needs to join. It doesn't matter how I feel. Do it anyway. But listen to me. If you've been stagnant, okay, because you got to learn how to work through the not being on fire. You have to learn how to work when you don't feel like working, okay? And you have to figure out what drives that. what pushes you, what motivates you in this business to work when you do not feel like working, when you have nothing else to give. And we're all there, y'all. Well, I was there last week. I'm like, if one more person messages me wanting something out of me, I'm going to flip a script because I have nothing to give. I have nothing to give. I have nothing to give. Okay? We all get like that. That doesn't mean something's wrong with you. That doesn't mean that you throw away everything that you worked for because you just don't feel like it, okay? You do it anyway. But find out what fuels you. For me, not everybody's the same. You want to know what makes you passionate, what sparks something inside of you. It never fails. I can name 5 people that do this to me. When I get around or talk to people that are full of passion, that are excited, I get excited. Doesn't necessarily have to be a real life person. It could be a podcast. It could be, I love Joel Osteen. I love listening to Joel Osteen. He does something to me. Sometimes it's watching what you're putting in your portals. And I've talked about that before. What you listen to, what you eat, what you see. The things that you let into your portals do affect you, whether you think it or not. It does. It does affect you. Are you surrounding yourself or filling yourself up with things that are passionate? Okay? For me, when I get burned out in this business, and it happens, y'all, let's not act like it doesn't happen, okay? Let's not all pretend like it's all honky-dory all the time and it's all rainbows and butterflies, because it's not. Y'all are leaders. Y'all know you have that one teammate that don't give a shit. Crap. Sorry. If it's 12 o'clock at night, she gonna message you. We all have that team member that just plucks the living life out of you. Okay, we all. And if y'all ain't got one, I got about 10 I can donate. Okay, let's not pretend that doesn't happen. Okay, we all have that customer that no matter what you do, is like never enough. They think like you're like some sensey god, that you're in control of shipping, what they put out, everything. Okay. You have to learn to protect your portals. What are you eating? What are you putting in your mouth? What are you listening to? I start my day listening out to either preaching or a podcast. Preaching or a podcast, because I know I'm not a morning person and I haven't had coffee since October. I'm not nice in the morning. I'm not a nice person. It's not wise if you're on my team to message me before 9 o'clock. I'm not nice. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for the way that I am. But you have to protect your portals. Then you have to realize what does bring you joy in this business. What sparks something inside of you? For me, there is nothing like sponsoring somebody that's excited about this business. Okay? There is nothing like sponsoring somebody that is so full of fire for this business, that's excited. They're excited to hit shooting star. They're excited to hit sensational star. They're excited to hit certified. They are excited. There's nothing like coaching somebody or working with somebody, okay? Not dead weight. Aiden, baby, here. Tell them hey. You're going to say hey to them this morning. There's nothing. I went through a period, and I'm doing it right now. I mean, I sponsored a couple people, and they're not on fire for their business. But back in January, I sponsored 3, and they're on fire. They were on fire. And it lit something inside of me. There's nothing like working with a teammate that is like a sponge and wants to learn and wants to do well and is excited about their business, okay? I had 3 coaching calls with leaders last week toward the end of the week. I wish I would have done them Monday or Tuesday. I left every conversation like, this is why I do what I do. But what happened if I would have let those feelings that took over for a week or two of just not being on fire, had I not worked with them or got on the phone with them to guide them and help them? That's what leadership is all about, right? That's what's going to fill your cup. That's what's going to light you on fire. Number 3, so what? Sponsoring new people, working with your team. Number 3, intentional rest. Are you intentionally resting? And I am very guilty about this. Very, very, very guilty. But I have somebody in my life, I'm married to him, bless his heart, James Laster, that will quickly remind me about intentional rest. Do you intentionally rest? Sundays is my day of intentional rest. That means, for the most part, and I did not do it yesterday, and I was reminded last night by my husband that I didn't do it. So find somebody in your life that's going to hold you accountable too, and not feed into your BS, okay? Okay? Day of rest. I don't get on social media on Sundays. I don't post in my stories normally. Let's not talk about yesterday. I failed yesterday. I didn't fail. I learned. Okay, I learned. I sleep in. I read a book. I do things intentionally. I go outside. I do the things that I love without feeling like I have to document it, without feeling like that I'm tied to anything, okay? We all have our own hidden thing that you feel like you always have to do. For me, I have a hard time slowing down. I don't know how to stop. So normally I get sick before I stop because I don't know how to just rest. So it has to be intentionally. That's why I call it intentional rest. I'm not going to do it willingly. I'm not going to do it willingly. It has to be intentionally. It has to be planned out. It has to be putting my phone away, turning my phone off, putting it in my room, not getting that feeling like, oh my God, I got to check this notification. It just 1 second. This is what I did to James yesterday. It's just going to take a minute, baby. We have a release tomorrow. It's just going to take a minute. I got to share it. It's going to take a minute, okay? That's my favorite word. Only a minute. It's only going to take a minute. But what happens when you don't intentionally rest is you burn out and you run on fumes. And I promise you cannot keep going. You can't keep going if you run yourself dry and you run yourself empty. You can't do it. So are you intentionally resting? And that's going to look different for every single person. Do you intentionally rest? Okay? What is it? For me, it's the constant need to make sure everybody's okay. Everybody's taken care of. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Do you have everything that you need? Everything that you need. Everything that you need. Now, before you know it, I'm like, whew. Your girl's tired. Your girl's tired. That I have to intentionally rest, okay? You can't give what you don't have. So how are you going to be on fire for your business? How are you going to work with that new teamie? How are you going to work your business? How are you going to follow up with your customers? How are you going to package up orders? How are you going to do those things if you have nothing left to give? If you're not protecting your portals, if you're not doing the things in your business that bring you joy, you can't give what you don't have. Can't give what you don't have. Okay? I really, really want you guys to get out of saying, I'm not on fire. My fire's gone. Or my team's fire's gone. You're not in control of how people feel, of what they feel or how they feel. But I did want to come up here and tell you that that is normal. That's part of the process. The not feeling like it or not being on fire is normal. That's part of the process. And once you incorporate that and accept that, I'm not always going to be on fire. I'm not always going to be excited. I'm not always going to be like, go, 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 go all the time. Once you accept that's normal. I don't know one person that's always on it all the time. That's ready to go all the time. I don't know one person that is. That's normal. But you have to learn to work through that. To say, okay, I ain't feeling it. Complain to yourself a little bit. I did last week. I'm like, I do not feel like doing none of this shit. None of it. But it's got to get done. And I have to do it anyway. So, Katie, you can either complain about it and not do it. And then next week when your fire is back, you can be like, oh my God, I hate that I didn't do anything last week because I didn't feel like it. Because I wasn't on fire for my business, okay? At the end of the day, you're either going to look back and be proud or you're going to look back with regret. And often I see people go through things through life, and don't confuse slow down, okay? Because there are times in your business where you're going to have to slow down and completely stopping. Those are two different things. There's a difference between pulling back, slowing down, focusing on the things that matter, not the fluff. And there's a big difference between completely stopping. What happens when people don't feel like it or their fire is gone, they stop. And then guess what happens? In a couple months, when those feelings fade, they come back full of fire, which is wonderful, right? But now you're full of fire, and you don't let your business die. You've let your customers, you haven't followed up with your customers. You haven't booked parties, so you're not expanding your customer base. You haven't had sponsoring conversations, so you're not sponsoring. And now you don't have active frontline. Now you're not getting paid at title. Now you're not promoting. Now your team is completely gone, and you got to rebuild your entire team. Because that's what happens when people make permanent decisions based off of temporary feelings, okay? Those feelings of not being on fire for your business or not feeling like it are temporary feelings. Very normal, temporary feelings. It's part of the process. It's part of your business. It's normal. It's not going to go away. You're not always going to be go, 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 go. Okay? I'm 4 years in. I'm at the very top of the company. There are days where I say, I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to do it no more. I'm just done. And then James, you got to have an accountability person. Well, tell me, do you want to go back to how it used to be? And it's a quick reminder of where I've been and where I'm going. It's a very, very, very quick reminder that I could throw it all away because of how I feel right now. When I know next week I'm not going to feel like that. When I know a release is coming, I'm not going to feel like that. When I know that team member is going to be blessed by this business and it's going to change their life, okay? Number one, starting over my numbers, okay? Who are you surrounding yourself with, okay? I want you to protect these, especially these. If you're on social media, you need to protect these. When you look at other people, are you comparing yourself and thinking to yourself of everything that you're not? Okay? Because that's what happens when you get in the comparison game. You look at other people and you think, I could never be her. I could never do that. I'm not her. I'm not this. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not skinny enough. I'm not this enough. I'm not outgoing enough. I don't have the most prettiest flyers as her. I don't have the pretty fonts as her. I don't have all this stuff going for me. I'm not this. Because if that's what you're doing, you need to protect this portal very closely. Very closely. There's a difference between learning from people and comparing yourself. And some of you guys, when I talk to you guys, I realize, just from some of the things you say to me, that you are comparing yourself to other people. And you're putting yourself and your business in this bubble that does not exist. You're doing it to yourself. It doesn't exist. And you're harming yourself. You're harming your business. And then you get in this slump of, my fire's not there. Your fire is there, boo, but you've been too busy worrying about her fire and making sure her fire is lit that you have let yours die. Stop it. And I'm guilty of this. I'm talking to myself just as much as I'm talking to y'all. I can tell when I'm down in my business, what have I looked at? What have I watched? What have I listened to that day? What have I watched? What have I listened to that day? And if I can recognize that, that's a problem. That's a problem. And I need to stop doing that. Because the more I look at them, the less I'm looking at me. Okay? Protect this portal. What are you listening to? Okay? I love rap music. I'm just going to put it out there. I love Lil Wayne. I love Drake. I love rap music. I don't listen to it much no more because I don't let Aiden listen to that kind of stuff. But I love rap music. I do. When I listen to certain things that are not good for me, when I listen to people rant, when I listen to people go on tangents, did you just whip me? Go on tangents. I feel it in my soul. When I hear people complain, I'm very much an empath, for those of you guys that are close to me. If I message a teammate and say, how are you doing? And she says, this is going on in my life, and she tells me all these things, I get so sad and so brokenhearted that it's hard for me to separate myself from that situation. Same thing with music. Same thing if I listen to people that are hateful, or people go on tangents, or people that just mindlessly say things without hearing what they're saying or hear the tone that they say it in, it affects me so deeply. And I didn't always know that it affected me that day. You have to really recognize when your mood changes, what point of your day, what happened during the point of your day that it switched it. And when you start being mindful of it, you'll start avoiding it. Okay? I know that there are people say certain things, or their demeanor triggers something inside of me, so I avoid it. Why? You have to do what's best for you. And if you're letting your energy throughout the day soak up the things that do not grow you, that are not beneficial for you, it's going to harm you. And this fire that you have isn't going to be lit. If you're too busy worrying about other people's fires, what other people are saying, what other people are doing. There was a time in the beginning of my business where it was just me. I had nobody to look to see, what is she doing? What's she doing? Oh, that's cute. I need to do that. I need to do that. I need to do that. There was nothing. I was barely on social media at the beginning of my business. I didn't know. I didn't know better. I didn't know the things that I do now about social media. So I didn't have those things. So often, you have to reflect and say, at what point in this journey are you self-harming yourself? Are you self-harming by listening to that person, or watching that person, or watching that thing, or listening to that thing? Is it beneficial for you? Is it growing you, or is it hurting you? Okay? So this fire, let me get back to this fire, because I've drifted just a tiny bit. Intentional rest. Let me go back to there. Intentional rest. Do you have intentional rest throughout your week? Not just one day. Are you intentionally resting? Unplugging. Doing what brings you joy. Being around people that bring you joy. Immediately following. This is how I do. This is why Mondays is always my strongest day. Always. Sunday is my day of rest where I unplug. I don't get on social media. I don't do anything for my business. I live my best life. Eat all the snacks. Do whatever. Go outside. Mondays, when I come back strong from my time of rest, I do my hardest things first. I do the things I don't want to do in my business. So, for me, that's having sponsoring conversations. Real talk. I don't enjoy having sponsoring conversations. I put it off. So, I'll just do like a generic post thinking people are going to come flocking to me. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen, okay? Secret doesn't happen like that. It doesn't happen. So for me, it's having sponsoring conversations and it's doing team trainings. Those are the two things that drain me because I love people. I just don't like talking to a lot of them, okay? It just drains a lot out of me, so I don't enjoy doing it. So what I found was I stopped doing it because it didn't feel good. And I'm already burned out, right? Because my fire's already dead. So when my fire's dead and I'm not replenishing my wood or replenishing my fire, re-sparking my fire, I stopped doing the things that I didn't really enjoy, but they were beneficial for my business, right? Working with my team by doing a training, having sponsoring conversations to grow my front line. I stopped doing them. Stopped doing them because I didn't feel like it. Didn't feel like it. You hear how it sounds when you're honest with yourself? Didn't feel like it. Didn't feel like doing it. Didn't feel good. Fire's dead. What happens is your business stops growing. So what I learned was when I come off my rest, I would do those things I didn't want to do first. Because why? Because come Wednesday, come Thursday, something's going to happen. Today I got a doctor's appointment and Aiden's got a doctor's appointment. Tomorrow I have a crap load of deliveries to make because I have had several delayed orders. I need to have some sponsoring conversations between then. I have 3 bag parties to drop off. Let's go. I have 4 coaching calls this week. The list goes on and on. So I know coming off my rest, I need to do the things that I don't enjoy first. Because if I don't, come Wednesday or Thursday where I start coming down off my energy or coming off my fire starts to die, I'm not going to do it at all. Because come Thursday, I'm going to say, I'll just wait till Monday. Catch you on Monday. I'll do it on Monday. I'll do that on Monday. I don't want to do that right now. I'm going to do that on Monday too, okay? I'm going to just do all this whole list. I'm going to wait till Monday because I don't feel like doing it right now. There's harm in putting off the things that are important for your business, okay? There's harm in that. And what I want you guys to take away from this video, if you take away nothing else, is you have to learn to work through when you're on fire, when your fire's dead, and when you don't feel like doing it. You have to learn how to work through that by recognizing in yourself what brings you joy, what sucks the life out of you, what do you not enjoy. Y'all can say, I don't like doing something in your business. You can say, I don't like it, okay? I don't like it. I don't like having sponsoring conversations, but I have to have them. I am very awkward. I am very weird when I have a conversation with people. I just am. I always have been. I'm weird. I don't like to talk to people unless I really, really know you and I'm comfortable with you. Then I act crazy. But naturally, I don't like to talk to people. So I don't like to do team trainings. I don't like to have sponsoring conversations because those are the things that drain me. But because I recognize that, I know that it's important that I have to do those things when I am at my peak, when I have the most energy, okay? Recognize that. So I want you guys to write this down. I want you guys to post it on this page. This is how I'm going to know people watch this video. I'm going to put this on YouTube so you guys can share it with your team. I want you to write this down. I'll write it down. Did I write it down? Didn't write it down. I didn't write that part down. I will work when I have no fire. I will work when I don't feel like working.
It's already
I will work. I will not. Y'all can pick any of those phrases because I wrote it down, but it's in the other room and I'm not going to go get it. I will keep going when I don't feel like going. Okay? I will push through feelings because feelings are just that. They're temporary. I mean, yesterday, I love James Lasser to death. I could have ate him with a spoon. But Saturday, he came close to death, okay? I'm just going to be real talk. He came close, okay? A few times Saturday to being cut. Love him. But you can't bank important things off of feelings because feelings are not trustworthy, okay? Feelings aren't trustworthy. So I'm going to encourage you today. Write that down. Write down. You can work when you have no fire. Work. Push when you have no fire. And then relight your own fire. Find people that are like-minded. Find people that will call you out on your BS, okay? And be careful about those people. For me, it's my husband. For me, he's the one that I can be completely honest and completely vulnerable with and let down every single wall and not feel judged. So for me, and I know not everybody has that, but for me, he is the one person that I know will not judge me. I'll say some crazy things. I'm like, honey, I don't even want to say it because it sounds horrible coming out of my mouth. Surround yourself with people that you can be upfront with. And say, like, look, homie, I ain't having a good week. Homie, I ain't feeling it this week. And you know what? That person should say, it's okay. But you got to do it anyway. You ain't got to be happy about it. You ain't got to be cheerful all the time. You don't have to be on fire all the time, okay? Sometimes you got to become your own fire. If you don't have fire, you got to create it. You got to create your own fire, okay? So, I love you guys. I hope this was beneficial. I'm going to put this on YouTube. I hear so many of you guys saying it, and it breaks my heart because I really want you guys to really realize that it's part of the this is normal. If you're not on fire for your business and you're kind of like, blah, blah, just don't feel like it. I didn't feel like it either last week, but I sponsored 2 people. And my PRV's almost at 6,000. And I didn't feel like doing any of it. But I know the reward of working through temporary feelings, okay? know the reward of working through feelings. You know, for me, it's always and I'm like this, and even in my life, like, if I'm going through something in my life, I plan a vacation, or we go somewhere as a family, because it gives me something to look forward to, okay? So if I'm going through things, I start planning because it gives me something to look forward to in the future. It gives me something to plan. It gives me like a relief, almost, when we go on that trip, or when we go on a day outing or whatever. It gives me something to look forward to, so it feels like a heavy weight is immediately being lifted off my shoulders. Same thing with your business. Your reward is going to be so much greater, okay? It's going to be so much greater. The reward is there, y'all. Work through. You're going to be rewarded. Your hard work's going to be rewarded. It's gonna be rewarded. Can you tell them bye-bye? Huh?
No.
You can't do that? You looking at yourself? Are you vain?
Uh-huh.
You are? Okay. At least you are admitting it. I love y'all. Hold on, let me see.
Bye.
You gonna tell them bye-bye? Let me tell them bye-bye. I love y'all very much. And seeing some of you guys self-sabotage yourself cuts me to the very core. But I want you guys to know this. You're not alone. Okay? I've been there. I still go through it a lot frequently now, the closer I get to delivering this baby.
Bye.
Bye. So you're not alone. Okay? Don't think that people have it all together all the time, because they don't. They don't. We're human just like y'all. Your leaders are human just like you guys. We all don't always have fires. We're not always excited to work our business. We're not always excited to do a training. We're not always excited to sponsor. We're not always excited to put orders in. But we do it because we know what the reward of it is, okay? Know your reward. Know your reward. I love y'all. Y'all have a great day. Bye.